Hello and welcome to Team Always Hard, Never Soft, Worldwide's second episode of the Let's Talk About It podcast. We talk about the problems that need to be addressed and bring awareness to the online community, especially in the Epal community. I'm Sinner and I'm joined by my co-hosts. Co-host number 1 is Goose. He will be making his way onto the stage. He is my brother, and he has been a long-time co-host of my previous podcast series, Ask an Epal and the Geek Mindset podcasts. The next podcast co-host is Miss Adia. She's been an Epal for over a year, and she's recently left the site for about 2 months.
Hi, I'm Aria. I'm a cosplayer and a gamer. I used to be on Epal a lot, but as Sinner said, I left the site 2 months ago.
Hello, my name is Bapo. I'm also a gamer and a bodybuilder. Also, now I have a job at the call center. And I left Epal 2 months ago.
Is Miss Izzy. She's been on Epal ever since 2020 or 2021. She recently left the site for almost a year now.
Hi, I'm Izzy. Left the site, as Sinner said, just almost a year ago. I'm a student, and I love to play video games.
And today's very special guest, we managed to get a hold of a former Epal that's been a part of the Epal community for a while and has even worked alongside the Epal officials. This is Miss Mozart.
Hello, I'm Mozart. I'm an ex-Epaler. I'm a gamer, and I used to work for Epal with multiple tasks, and I have left the site for 4 months now.
And today's topic is, why'd you leave Epal?
So for me, it was the cause that I was having a really hard time to find the client because Epal is not so friendly for guys, because if there's a lot of competitions, males and females, we have to pick from the same category of people that want to pay for services, which are men, and they're gonna order males just for the boosting service, like to get boosted in video games, like on League or Call of Duty or whatever, Valorant. I don't know. I'm not like a pro player or somebody I was just there to entertain people and to spread good vibes. And it was really hard to find clients on that side for me, And also there was some trolls, and hard to deal with that.
When people order a lot of people Epals on the Epal site, personally for me, I don't care if you're a guy, you're a girl, if you're a good person. Hey, look, let's fucking do it. Let's play some games. So glad I found you, Bopple.
And I'm really, really glad I met you there.
But here's the story of how I left Epal, and then I'll say why didn't I stay after. I had this long-term client who was ordering me a lot. After being a long-term client, he became a friend. So he told me about that he was abusing a bug on the site of getting newcomer coupons, using them by his original account that is not a newcomer account by ordering me and other several girls. I listened, and I was official at the time. I was with the staff. I wasn't official, but I was with the staff. I was a server mod. I was an official host. I worked as an official assistant for a while. So he was really, really careful, while telling me, and didn't share any evidence that I could hold against him. So I stood a while for the thing, okay, I'll gather evidence, and then I will tell Shigu. When I decided to tell Shigu, I was 50% sure that I was going to get banned with him. I don't know why, but I knew I was going to do it. I even got my money out of my account because I knew for sure, 99%, I was going to get banned. But I said, okay, just do what you have to do. I wouldn't feel any guilty or regret for not telling the officials about it, I shouldn't stay silent for this, I'll just say it, I did my part. It was kind of of honesty. I felt I owed them this honesty. So what happened is I messaged Shigo and I told her like all about what I heard from this client. I didn't know much details, but I told her all about this client. She was like, but because this client is not using the money for themselves, he told me he used it for himself. Like he had other fake accounts as Epalers that he ordered himself. So he ordered me, other girls. I can name them if you want. It was like me, Elnay, Fluffy Cat, Pond, a girl called Ari. I didn't know her. Another girl, but I don't remember. He wasn't ordering that much girls. When I told her about this, she was like, okay, you're banned for abusing coupons. I was like, what? That's not what I just told you. And she was like, and you had partners in crime. I was like, what? What partners in crime? And then I logged in and I saw that she banned every girl he ordered except him. She banned all the Epalers, but she didn't ban the client.
Fuck.
She reported me, the one who reported the issue. Like, why would I rat on myself? And I was like so mad. I was like, what? You banned me? I didn't even ban the client? What is this? Is it because he made a lot of orders? What is this? And this guy was so happy, like, oh, she tried to get me, but I didn't get banned. I guess I'm just too powerful like that, He knew that it was me because no one had contact with officials like me, of his, like, the girls he was ordering. So after a while, she banned the client. And she was like, if you want to get unbanned, pay me the money that he paid you. And it was like $500. This money was like long gone, man. She wanted me to pay her $500 to get my account back. And it wasn't even my fault. I did these services. I worked for these $500. Take the $500 from the guy, not from me. It's not my fault. I don't get it. After a while, I saw that top Epalers like Elena and Fluffy Cat got unbanned. Did they pay the money or did they just unban them because like top Epalers, I mean? And I was holding a position as a mod for their server, and they removed me from every server, not just this server. And I was like, dude, I'm the one who reported this. What do you mean? And she was like, you kept things secret. You had multiple accounts. So, okay, I'll tell you the story of the multiple accounts. Having multiple accounts is not against terms of service on Epal. Multiple people I know have multiple accounts. And I didn't know that I have to inform her of every account that I make. Second of all, I had these multiple accounts because I was making an experiment, which was another ridiculous thing they had. It made me discover a huge flaw with their algorithm system. I'm a Muslim, and I'm a hijabi Muslim. So I wear like hijab, I don't show my hair, I don't show my skin, only my face and hands. So I have my pictures on my official profile, but I got no orders at all. It only like the people who know me who wanted to order me, but I got no new clients at all. And I was like, that's weird. I'm a top Epaler. I have E-star too. Like, I'm always online. I have a good response system. I have a good store score. Why I'm not getting orders, So I made 2 accounts that had no pictures on them, like only anime pictures, horrible store score, bad response, and they still got on front page. So having an anime picture account Epal on your top page, but not having your old 700 orders Epaler, that like an experienced Epaler who has been there for 2 years, not even on your front page or or the bottom of the page. It was ridiculous. My account was freshly made. It had no orders on it there in the page, but my original account wasn't in it. And I was like, keep like looking from this account to this account to this account to this account, like trying to discover more about this, So that's why she was like, oh, so you keeping things secret because you had multiple accounts. It's all because why is it that this is happening? Other people get exposure all the time. Like, they have less score than me, and I see them on front page. I would leave orders for 24 hours, and I would catch them last minute on the fake accounts. And it was still better than my original account. So an anime girl is better than a hijabi girl for the algorithm.
Like, it's discrimination.
It is. It's not apparent, but you wouldn't see it. I was the only hijab girl on this website. I worked as an official host. At first, it was a competition. So you get like this number. If you get this number of people to interact with, you get paid. Okay, if like you achieve minimum quota, at the beginning, it was like who gets the most numbers gets most paid, and then it was like minimum quota, and then it was like You host 2 hours with no minimum quota, and you get paid $5 for each 2 hours.
God damn. $5 for 2
$5?
hours.
Yes. And I still did it, It was like, what I have to do. I'm a hijabi girl. I don't get ordered anyways, Another thing, and it was like a huge inconvenience. It was ridiculous that I have to talk about. So I worked as an official assistant. She gave me an account that was theirs, It was like it appeared as a normal account. It's not an official account.
Yes.
And she gave me like the email and the password, and the email was like at epal.gg, it was like theirs, and I have to log into this account, and this account would like send messages to people every half an hour, and I have to like help newcomers to order, or become e-ballers. Like, what do you want to do? Do you want to become a client or an e-baller? So I help them with this, from this account. Okay, so imagine this. I was working from 9 to 5 and I got paid well. I got from 9 to 5, I got paid $65 for a day. Here's the thing. The account got banned. Like, it's an official account. It's an account that's theirs. Why do you ban your own account? What is this? Are you not informed that there's this account that sends messages to people? I don't get it. She then messaged me and she was like, here, I want you to do this work from your original account, from my Mozart account. Yes. So I messaged people, and people was like, who are you? Why are you talking to me? And I was like, I told her about this, and she was like, tell them that you are my official assistant. And I was like, okay, I'm her official assistant. And you're like, nah, I don't believe you. Get reported. And they report me, and I got banned on my original account.
What the fuck?
How is this happening? Are you not informed by your bosses that there's this account that's working for us? Like, I got banned for doing my job. And it took them 24 hours to unban me. I had clients who planned to order me that day that I lost the order because of them. And my reputation was ruined because, why is Mozart banned? Everyone was messaging me, like, why are you banned? Why are you banned? What the fuck, man? Like, I lost my reputation. I lost orders that was planned. They didn't compensate me for it.
Some major incompetence is bullshit. That's all I really gotta say about it. That is complete fucking bullshit.
So yeah, it was like I had a lot of inconveniences. And like 2 hours of hosting for $5, I have to deal with trolls. I have to deal with racism because I'm a Muslim and I have my Muslim pictures on. So it was like a pain. And this job was on Ramadan. I don't know if you guys know what Ramadan is. So it's like this month that we fast on. So it was so known that it's Ramadan to like non-Muslim people, non-Muslim trolls. So it was like, oh God, why are you eating? You don't have to eat. Like, it's Ramadan. They were like making jokes about Ramadan like the whole month, like racism. People will jump on the mic and say Allahu Akbar and they'll go away. So infuriating. It was even worth it, I'm not talking about like 1 or 2 accounts per hour or like constantly minimum of 10 accounts per hour. Like, it was all the time.
That's too damn much.
Yeah, it's crazy how they can't just let you block them or do something because like it's a work environment, and
at the beginning they let us like report them. Like, they gave us like this Excel sheet and we will put accounts in it. Here's another inconvenience and unpracticality that they had. We were like given this Excel sheet where we put like links of accounts and write what they did, So here's the thing. If a legend, or someone classified as a legend, which is someone like who's top tier as a gamer, Yes. If a legend harassed us while we're working as official hosts, they don't get banned. No matter what they did, no matter what they said, they don't get banned at all. And we were messaging like KD. I was like, KD, how is this happening? Why isn't this guy getting banned? Because if he's not getting banned the first day, he comes the next day and he harasses us again. And this guy feels power, like, oh, I can do whatever I want because I'm not getting any shit for it, And I messaged KD. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not responsible for. He didn't even say sorry. He said, "I'm not responsible for the legend section, so I can't do anything about it." So
just fucking wow. You shouldn't give bullies power. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah. So being good at the game or paying a lot of money on the website, it makes you immune to banning. That's what Epal is.
All these people. They're just not getting banned for their own actions, and they're still out there.
I had this top client who was a Muslim as well. He was a male Muslim. And he messaged me. He was like, what the fuck are you doing here? You fucking whore. You're a Muslim. You shouldn't be on this website. And he was like, keep cursing at me. Like, he was like calling me a whore in chat. He wasn't even blurring the words, you know? There's so many issues with this situation. First of all, I reported this guy and he didn't even get banned, okay? If someone else had said this, he would have got banned instantly, okay?
Yes.
So, second of all, why is this website should be like a bad thing for a Muslim to be on?
To understand everyone, regardless of religion, race, creed, sexuality, fucking gender, everyone has a right to be where the fuck they want to be. Ain't nobody gonna tell them what the fuck to do, or if you're this and that, you're not allowed, man. It's like, it's fucking bullshit. Everyone has fucking freedom to do whatever the fuck they want to do in life.
And he didn't even get banned for it, just because he had the VIP enabled.
For me, at least, I was on the site for like 1.5 years, and I'm gonna be honest, I kind of joined that site just to meet new people, especially since COVID, and just kind of make friends, meet new people, fix my customer service attitude and whatnot for work and whatnot. What made me leave Epal, the amount of bombarding of people that like kept asking like, oh, are you free? And it's just like is your services free, even though I literally have something there? Or the amount of people that are like, oh, I can give you an allowance that's way better than this. I'm like, dude, that's not what I'm looking for. Like, I've met people like Sinner Ricky on the site, and yeah, I'm friends with him now, and I've been talking to him for the past few years, which is fine. But then there's like some people that like I make it very clear, hey, I'm not looking to date anyone, I'm not looking to be intimate with anyone. And they're like, okay, I know, it's totally understandable. But then they become a regular customer, it's fine. And then they say like, oh my gosh, I start to have feelings for you. And I'm like, dude, I was already clear from the start. Like, no matter how much money you give me, does not matter. And the main case of this happening went outside of the site, and he actually searched up my username everywhere until he actually found my Snapchat and stuff. And then at first I was like, because usually with Snapchat there's anonymous, and then I like don't know who it is, so I always just double check. Found out who it was, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just leave it for now. It got worse because he started sending pictures that I will not disclose that are very inappropriate, and I ended up blocking him, which is normal. And then he ended up making like 2 or 3 more Snapchat accounts with slightly similar names. And then I was like, okay, I didn't even add the guy, but he kept making accounts. Like, it's not even on Epal anymore. He kept making accounts outside of Epal so then he could contact me, because I stopped contacting him at all or even texting him at all on Epal, and then it just kept going and going. And then I was just like, you know what, I'm a just not. And then that was kind of it for me. I'm happy with the friends, like the very few friends I made from that site, and it's just
I understand, there's a lot of people that go through this whole entire stalking shit, and here's a message to everyone that's doing this. Touch grass. Go out. Do something else than fucking waste your time doing this shit. Deadass. If you want to find people, come find me. We can talk about it if you want.
It all started when I got harassers and scammers like daily. Whenever I got online, the only messages I ever got were asking for no safe for work or offering these weird huge amounts of money saying it's people on business trips at Germany. Of course, I refused to accept the new safe for work or the scam days, and they just start to harass me only because I don't want to do that. And I report them, but to be honest, it doesn't work because they just make an alt account, like 20 alt accounts, and they just came back to me to keep insulting and harassing.
Let's just be honest, man. Everyone in this room has been, a victim and a survivor now of toxicity, stalking, harassments, and people asking y'all for not safe for work shit. It's very obvious. Everyone in the community knows what's going on. And if they don't know, and if they're listening to this podcast, yes, it is a real thing. And we're here to stand up against all those who commit harassments, any sorts of harassment, sexual harassments, whatever type. And we're on the Epal site helping people out with these problems every single day.
I think in terms of difficulties, I think the worst I've had, and this was with one guy. So essentially, he was asking me for, as some people do, for not safe for work stuff, or asking like, "Oh, do you do face cam on your e-chat?" I was like, "Oh no, I don't," all that stuff. And then he started like when I didn't do what he asked for or like requested, he started harassing me. So I reported it and told like an official, and then he got banned, which was a good thing. But then he literally made like 10, 15 accounts and he was just harassing me. Like I could tell it was the same guy because it was literally similar versions of the same like username. Mentally this didn't affect me very much, but it was like quite annoying and quite upsetting because he literally did something wrong, and then at some point he just kind of stopped getting banned, and then like 5 accounts with like similar names just calling me all sorts of names, like things like telling me things I haven't even done, and like just etc. And I think that was like the worst that I've had it. Other than people just saying like, "Oh, I'll pay you more if you do this," but like other than that, it's pretty serious offense. But you know, that's just how it is there.
And you know why the reason why they do these kind of things?
No.
Because it makes them feel good about themselves. That's why they do what they do. When they see you actually doing good, ignoring it, it makes them feel like shit that they didn't get what they wanted. And to everyone that's doing that, ignore your damn business, stay in your lane, and just go about your own business. That's all.
My biggest issue for once was like finding clients because I was on Epal basically daily, more than 8 hours a day. Maybe like 10 hours. You know, and most of the time I would have spent like searching for clients because, from my experience, it was really, really, really hard to find them. I had like a really hard time getting money out of Epal, basically. Yeah, so that was like the biggest challenge I faced, you know. And the other one was mm, the toxicity I was receiving from time to time. Maybe from people, they would order me, they would even pay for the order, but uh, they were getting me like in a Discord, like let's say a group Discord, and they will try to make fun of me, with their friends and stuff. Like if I was doing an order, I would ask before, is this like a one-on-one order or is it a group? Because if it's a group, 99% they are there to troll you, positive and has no bad vibe.
I'm glad everyone over here at All Is Hard Never Soft worldwide, you know, I'm happy that we could give you and everyone here good experience and a fun, non-toxic community where everyone can be happy, play a video game without being a victim of harassments and shit.
Yeah, man. No need to thank for friendship, man. If anything, I should thank you for getting me into it.
Aww.
No problem.
Y'all gonna make me ugly cry.
Tears.
Where to start, man? Where to start? Okay, so first of all, NSFW requests. I'm not talking about like one every 2 days or 2 weeks. I'm talking about like 5 a day at least. Like bad, like I'm just not gonna disclose in details what it was but and feedbacks, allowances, a sugar daddy wants a sugar baby, someone who wants to sing for me. That's it, like every day, like excessive amount of NSFW requests. And besides that, I would get like sexual harassment, like planned sexual harassment. Someone like, I didn't put photos of my body. I just put photos of my face because I used to have one that have like till waist, like a portrait of like till waist, and people kept commenting about my cup size, my body, like sexually all the time. That's so I removed it. I couldn't even put pictures. You know, I'm like, let alone like having your information that I was fully dressed. I was fully dressed. I wasn't even wearing something tight because it's like the dress code for Muslims, not wearing anything tight. Or I wasn't showing any skin, and I wasn't doing anything. You know, I wasn't even doing anything, and people still kept sexually harassing me. I'm not saying that if you don't like wear like that, you're allowed to, but I'm just saying that I didn't even like. What should I do more? I just stopped uploading pictures that included something more than my face. That's it. Only my face, and I only uploaded my face for the star rating because I thought that mattered. But since being a hijabi lowers your exposure chances, so I didn't know that was all of it in vain. Besides that, I got racism all the time. People harassing me for being Muslim, Muslims harassing me for being on the side. And I got creeps as well. Like people, if you don't like allow them flirting or hitting on you, or give them a promise of being in a relationship with them, they would not order you again. Like if someone tries to say something inappropriate in a e-chat or in a gameplay to me, I stop them like, hey, I'm not cool with this. They stop ordering me again at all. And some people like, oh, I'm ordering a movie. Let's go watch a movie. And we go watch a movie and it's hentai. So I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, take your fucking money. I don't want your shit. Fuck off. And it was like this or nothing. That's all I got from Epal. I wasn't getting ordered by anyone new at all. It's always NSFW. It's always asking for selfies, asking for role play. It's always that. I'm not talking like one every 2 days or one every 5 days. It was like 6 people per day, 5 people per day, maybe 10 if you how much you stay online, you know. Also, the harassment I got as an official host, people spamming accounts, like making an account and getting banned, making an account and getting plucked from the room, an account and again and again and again. And it was never enough. And legends not getting any consequences for their actions just because they were legends. What?
They're a bunch of legendary assholes. That's what they are.
Epal allowed them to be like this because they're not banning them because they're legends. Imagine this, man. Like, what the fuck?
The top peoples and clients, they don't ban them.
At all. I told you about this story about this Muslim guy that I reported who was calling me a whore in the chat. It was even in the on-site chat, not even on Discord or anything. And he never got banned. These people feel like they're immune. They own the site, you know, like, I'm not gonna get banned because I paid so much money. I've had this long story of this guy, a Muslim guy I met. He was a client, but then he confessed of having feelings for me. And he was like, I want to propose. I was like, what the fuck? No. 2 days later, I want to propose. Dude, no. 10 days later, I want to propose.
Oh my god.
90-day fucking fiance? What the fuck's going on?
I
Like,
will travel the world for you, my love.
I swear, man. And I was like, hey, please give me your address. I want to come to you and propose to you. I was like, dude, no.
Totally.
Okay, I'm not gonna even take orders from you again. I was like, okay, don't take orders from me. You're so kind. Now I can talk to you without orders. And I was like, no, please stay away from me. And I was like, I'm not gonna have feelings for you. I never had feelings for you. Please just close the subject. And then 2 weeks later, I was like treating him like decently because this guy is Arabic. We had a lot in common. Like we had like he was a host. He was a lot. Like 2 days later, he's like, "Hey, are you in love with me or something? You're treating me different." And I was like, "What? What?" And then like he goes on about talking about these other girls who he had met in Epal. I was like, oh, good for you. I know these girls. They are really nice. I was like, are you jealous? And it was this 24/7. It was like all the time. I was friends with this girl, like another Epaler. He messaged her like something really weird. He was like, hey, do you want to eat chat? I have some money and I want to spend them. And she was like, okay, cool. And he was like, I don't know. He asked her for something weird. And she was like, oh, no, thank you. So he took a screenshot of like 100 buffs he had on Epal. I was like, oh, but what I'm gonna do with this money? I don't know what to spend it. And this girl, she knows I know this guy. She messaged me. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I was like, I don't know, man. The guy messaged me. I was like, do you know a way where I can take money back from Epal? And he sends me a screenshot of all the money he has, like $100, you know. And I was like, I have all this money. I don't know what to do with it. I was like,
Oh my god.
and I snapped, and I was like, you know what? You're so fucking funny. You're doing all these games and shit, and it's not even fun anymore. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Please leave me alone. And he was like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean?
The
I
audacity.
didn't mean anything. What? How do you think of this? Spamming me in every way. I was like, don't fucking talk to me again. I don't want to fucking talk to you anymore. You're becoming too much of an annoyance to me. Please don't message me anymore. And he kept spamming and spamming. He's like, I don't know why you understand me this way. I feel betrayed.
David.
He's still on the side, by the way, for all the shit he's doing.
I mean, it's good you set your boundary and told him, hey, look, you cross into his lane, I'm gonna fuck you up. Basically, that's what you said to him. But he kept crossing his lane. He kept crossing to your lane, and you know, if he's listening to this, man, there's a bunch of free sites out there. You know, I'm just saying.
You don't imagine, man. You don't imagine. He would, like, from time to time, he would message me like, I feel like you rejected me because I'm too much of a bad person. I don't deserve you. I was like, dude, no, don't say this about yourself. So you like me?
I'm fucking speechless right now. I don't know what to say, honestly. I really don't know what to say. This is fucking... What a fucking story. Whoever the fuck you are, just go on 90 Day Fiance, man. You'd be a fucking real star on there, man.
I have one funny moment with him I want to say. I was messaging him like, oh, my laptop is broken. I'm going to take it to the store to fix it, you know, to the center. And he was like, what? No, stay where you are. I'm coming to you. I was like, dude, what the don't fucking go to the store. I know, I will fix it for you. Just stay where you are. What? I was like, stay where you are. I'm going to fix it for you. He's going to travel like 12 hours to fix my laptop. I was like...
Has this person, like, is he still messaging you to this day, or... Has he just like...
I blocked him everywhere.
Good. Fuck this guy.
I would like to talk about another guy. The guy, I got him banned when I reported him. He got banned eventually, you know, after he kept spamming Shigo and stuff. This guy tagged me down on all social media. He kept harassing me on all social media. I was like, hey, I know your sister's account, and sent me a link. I was like, so what now? What you gonna do with that? I don't know. You know nothing about me, and I did nothing wrong. And my family know about me doing Epal. So what kind of picture do you have about me? Exactly, I don't know. And he kept like taking pictures that I had on Epal. Like, it was like full normal pictures, like me with like headphones and stuff, you know. And he would like take pictures of me, and he would write like weird stuff on it. It's becoming silly, at least. Like, I'll send you the pic. It's kind of funny. And it's mischief as well. It's like he's trying to hurt me, and he's harassing me outside of Epal just because I did the right thing. And I got even banned, you know, like, it's not even worth it. I wish I've never reported him, you know.
Well, on our server, the Always Hard Never
No,
Stop
I
server,
messaged...
we also have Wall of Shame, where we post up all these people that do a lot of stupid stuff.
So, like, he took regular pictures, like picture of me fully clothed. I never did NSFW or anything, and sent it to my family. What is the purpose of this? He's trying to hurt me, but he's so bad at it.
I don't even know. Okay, well,
first of all, I just don't get clients at all. I just get people asking for notes, and this is horrible because a year ago it wasn't like this. Epal was a great place for me to meet awesome people and play games, but not anymore. Recently I've been online on Epal, personally like 1 or 2 days, but I didn't get clients. I just got these weird people. So I feel Epal is not the same as it used to be when I first joined.
Yeah.
And then I wonder how these certain girls get 100 League of Legends orders a day in 1 hour. I don't even get one client, and they get this bunch of orders for one game in 1 hour. Other thing, like I said before, Enisa is set it to harassers with like 10 or more accounts coming over you to insult, mocking that, yeah, you banned me of one of my accounts, but I have 10 more. It's annoying. And I know other girls won't feel the same. And it might affect them because the first insult they usually say is, you're a pig, you're a whore, go back to the kitchen. You know, like, kid, grow up and get out from internet. Just, it's the most difficulties I've had on Epal.
You know, a lot of people on here, you know, they're affected by, but to those who stand their ground and won't take shit from nobody, like these people here, I salute you for that. Keep doing you. Who gives a fuck what they think? You know what? On our server, always hard, never soft, worldwide server, we'll motivate people to actually stand their ground. We'll inspire them to stand up to these bullies one by one.
This guy who harasses me on all social media, he has been making accounts on Epal with my pictures without my consent, and Epal is knowing nothing about it. And naming these accounts like, oh, whore, little bitch, stuff like that with my pictures, and it's just awful.
Oh, I used to get that one guy. He's Australian, and he stalked all my socials just to harass me because I blocked him from Epal. And yeah, the reports didn't work, of course. So I go and talk directly to one of the officials on Discord, and I told him what was happening because I didn't mind like blocking him to stop him on getting on my socials. Like I blocked him from everywhere. But when I saw that he made a fake profile using my name and my photos, that was it. I go directly to the official. I didn't even report. I talked to the official and then I report because I know the report is gonna take like 1 week, 2 weeks to take action because they usually take a lot to respond. That getting this guy looking for all my socials.
Yeah.
Like, leave me alone. I just blocked you from people.
You know, being away from Epal, how has it changed your guys' life after?
Okay, it was pretty fun to get money for playing video games while it lasted, but now it's definitely like not worth the sanity, not worth searching so much for people to play with, you know? If I just want to play, I will just play in our community, like I will just play with you guys and we'll have a great time. Then to stand the trolls and the toxic people, you know?
Yeah, you on your personal grind. That's what I'm talking about. Lifting weights, banging them weights out, clanging and banging. That's what I'm talking about, right?
For me, like I did a mix of Twitch and Epal at the same time. I'm kind of taking a hiatus from Twitch, but it's kind of given me a new perspective because like it was good at the beginning and then it got worse and then it got worse. So then like quitting was kind of like the end of the tunnel where it's just like, oh my god, like there's actually light at the end of the tunnel instead of more darkness. Like ideally I would go back to Epal at some point. It's just it has some kinks that need to be fixed. But like in terms of now, I don't face as much harassment anymore. It's just overall much happier and like of course I make friends. It gave at least a positive ending because I was able to get something out of it. But like during it's just no, could have been better, but it wasn't there. So I guess I'm happier, less harassment, less stalking, and just all that stuff.
I'm glad that I could give you great experience at the end when we'll continue to be your friend and we can always play games whenever you guys want. Everybody here, of course, positive time every time we're all on. And you know, I guess it kind of changed your perspective on other people, right? Afterwards, you kind of change your perspective. Like there are really assholes out there, right?
Yeah, it kind of just gives me the vibes that like unless you have the looks and unless you sound like this woo girl, get anything. Like I'm gonna be honest here, it's just like if you're not stepping on my knees, then you're not getting anything. Like okay.
Tell me I'm a good boy every kill I made.
All right, bet. What's that?
I feel like so much weight have gone off my shoulders. Like when I got banned, I knew I was getting banned, but I didn't even feel like sorry. I was expecting it. Like I've had seen so much inconvenience and impracticality on like Epal and from officials that I wasn't even surprised when I got banned, even though I did the right thing. I was like, all right, I did the right thing. And I wasn't getting as much orders anyways. I was only getting harassment. This only client, I don't want to deal with this guy anymore. I was like, life is better this way. It wasn't even worth it at all. It made me think, like, this guy was really something. Like, he had no honesty at all. Like, no honesty, no, like, good, like, he wasn't trustworthy at all. Like, he was so careful with everything with me because he's so used to backstabbing people, That's just how he is, It made me imagine, like, wow, this guy has trust issues. He was like, it was always apparent that he had trust issues. And I was like, why are you having trust issues with me? Like he wasn't even sharing his real name with me. Well, it was weird. I was like, okay, it's okay. Like you don't have to, And a lot of things he had trust issues with me. Like he was like, oh, you don't talk to me because you're probably laughing at me with your real life friends. Well, I am now, but I wasn't at the time, but I am now laughing at him with my real life friends. Like, look at this loser. He has nothing in his life to do except like making pictures with like the paint program on your PC, like writing weird stuff on my picture. Oh my god, this is so incriminating. I'm so scared. Please don't send that to my family. I was like, this guy really thinks he's doing something, He's like, I'm so scared. Please don't do this. Oh my god. It was like kind of funny.
It's clear to see that you don't give a fuck and you stand
at
your
all.
ground.
So yeah, I was like, yeah, it's better this way. I got rid of a lot of inconvenience. I got rid of a lot of harassment. It wasn't even worth it. And it made me realize how bad can people be. Like this guy had no trust issues, like had a lot of trust issues because he's a backstabber himself, So it tells you a lot about people. So if you see someone with so much trust issues, isn't not because like he's like have been betrayed or something. It's because he is the backstabber, So
in other words, he's a hypocrite.
He is what he's afraid of,
That makes so much sense. Wow.
So yeah, it made me realize that. And also, I was wondering about this word, like in Arabic. And I was wondering, like, I can't tell, like, I always couldn't express to this guy, like, this word is a thing, So we have this word in Arabic. It's like one word, but it stands for, like, honesty and being trustworthy. And, like, if someone keeps something with you, you have to maintain it, have to keep it well maintained, Like, if you give someone your, like, account password, they don't, like, log in or fuck you up or go through your private things. Like,
trust.
So
right?
It's kind of, it's like we have a one word for all of these things. And I couldn't express to him like how much how little he did know of this. Not even the Arabic word. He had so little to know of trustworthy, like being trustworthy or being honest or maintaining friends. He had no idea of how to maintain friends. That's probably why he's such a loser. I was his only friend. Like, I used to hang with him without orders because, like, I considered him as a friend at the time, And he lost his only friend because I reported the thing to Shigo because I told him, like, I have to do this. And he was like, okay, but I'm going to stop, blah, blah, blah. And then he was toxic to me. So I decided to end the friendship. And then I told Shigo. So I was like, and when I ended the friendship, he got so mad that he, like, kept cussing me out. He also still cussing me out at.
Damn. Some people just need to, accept ownership of what the fuck they're done. And this person needs to realize, hey, look, I fucked up. What can I do to fix it? Just ignore it. Just move on with life, buddy. That's it. Make some new friends. Go to like, I don't know, go to karaoke bar, go drink or something. I don't know. Play League of Legends. Make friends with those toxic assholes on there or something. I don't fucking know. I don't.
Yeah, my life became so much better after all. Like,
what about you, Adia?
Epal was one of my main incomes, but not dealing with harassers and scammers every single day. It's a total relief. I eventually gonna get back when all of this is gone or partially gone, but it's kind of tired to be dealing with these people every single day.
not worth your time, basically. So what was everyone's first impression of Epal? What do you guys think about this site at first? Because, as I said, like in my previous podcast, I thought it was a good platform at first. Actually pay money to play with people on video games, like Call of Duty. Me and Goose here, we played Call of Duty. Yeah, it was an awesome time, and we're still friends to this day. Other than that, when I tried being an EPAL, I know how you guys feel. Fuck being an EPAL, man. I'm sorry. I can't deal with random people calling me all these racist things, and I was like, okay. But now I'm just like, okay, yeah, okay, you just go ahead and talk your shit. I really don't care. Y'all hide me behind a computer screen, so go right ahead. Happy New Year. What was your guys' first in?
I thought it was really cool, like the idea, for me, I wanted to become like an e-peller straight up. And I was like, wow, can you really get paid to play video games? Like, is that a thing, And it seems unreal. Like, for the first month, I haven't got any order, I was like, maybe you can get paid after all. But then, like, a guy like randomly ordered me to play CS:GO with him. I was like, "Wow, are you really willing to pay to play with me?" And he was like, "Yeah, of course." Oh, and then I found out it's possible. And then after my first paid order, I started to grind real hard, and like I get like really like a good amount of money. I was like, wow, So the first impression was like, wow, it was super nice, like I was dreaming or something. Yeah, but then it came with the worst part. Like the worst thing that happened to me in Epal, like the weirdest thing was this client that wanted to watch him shower. Like what was that? Yeah, yeah. He wanted to watch me shower, and he didn't even wanted to pay me to watch him. Not that if he would paid, I would have watched him. I wouldn't have watched him for like $1 million. No way.
God, that's so creep.
Yeah, but like what? And the same guy asked me to watch like some really weird series, like it was some anime cartoon, but like it was so fucked up.
If you haven't seen Asking Epal podcast with Boppo, go and check that out. He has more in-depth stories about that shit.
That was my first impression. I thought that it's really amazing, like the concept.
You make money playing video games? Like, holy shit, let's get on it. And then next thing you know, I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah. So I was like heard about this site, like, and I talked about my friends, like, oh, I was thinking of joining this website, and trying to make money on it. And they were like, oh, okay, let me take a look on it. And they see like this girls and hey, I can sell selfies, and like if you hear the girls, hey sweetie, do you want to order me, and stuff like that. And they were like, no, don't go there. Red zone, no. And I was like, nah, it's not gonna be that bad. And it was. So yeah. I was thinking like that a large part of the harassment that I've been getting exposed to is because like a lot of these girls are actually normalizing it because they accept money from it.
Do you feel like it's turning into websites, those paid websites that offer 18 plus content? Do you feel like it's becoming that?
Yes, because if you go on, like, if you open Epal right now and you open Instant and you find like in every row, at least 2 people are offering selfies, or 2 other people are offering being Sims or looking for Sims. There's like huge Epalers, like people with like 2K orders. I'll be like, anyone looking for Sims? Anyone want to Sim from me? And they're allowing this. So yeah, the website is not becoming a gaming website anymore. It's like a Sims website for now.
Oh, the feed section where you post. That's full of all these girls posting
lingerie,
tights. Yeah, lingerie.
Of even their ads, even Epal ads, like, oh, I'll be your stage mommy, I'll be your Viper daddy. I was like, this is the Epal ads they are putting there on social media. This is what they were putting on. I will be your girlfriend if you score this ace. The ads they're putting. So what do you expect? They are allowing this. They are enabling this, and they are promoting this.
And For the record, this is a 13 plus site. 13
Yes.
plus. And they're allowing this, I guess. I mean, that's what you guys want to promote. Hey, we ain't gonna stop you. But what we're here for is to stop all those creeps to come in here. We're stopping all of them.
I've said it on previous podcasts. I joined on early 2021. At first, I thought the site was like a scam or a bad joke. When I saw the site was egirl.gg, they already changed the name. So yeah, I joined, no hoping something good of it, cause it looked like a dating site. Cause they have this weird section that was called Meet, where you give likes to other people like Tinder type of stuff. They already removed that, but yeah, it was really weird. Actually, it was really different from what I thought. My first year on Epal was really good. I had a lot of orders. I was an Easter 2 the whole time, getting most of my orders every time I was online, especially on weekends. But that was my first impression. Obviously, I have another impression right now, but yeah,
I'm pretty sure everybody thought it was a scam at first.
it's kinda suspicious.
Oh yeah. I was afraid to swipe my credit card at first. I was like, oh shit.
When I get my box from my orders, I was like, do I really gonna get my money?
As of today, what do you guys think of it? Gotten worse, right?
As the latter half of my partaking in that, it got worse. And then as soon as I left, it was kind of just even worse. And now it's just 6 feet under and it's digging to 12. Like, it's at that point. For me, I can see potential in fixing things, but I don't see potential in fixing things if no one's willing to listen.
Now, what if I was supposedly to say this, okay? How about we become the solution to these problems? Keeping this Ours Hard Never Soft community aware of what's going on. We do the reporting. We do all these things to help Epal make that change.
But if there is some people who are immune to reporting, gonna leave the same effect.
As a community, an Ours Hard Never Soft community, all at one time. Provide the evidence, provide the proof of these assholes. We'll all jump on them one time.
What about the normalization of simping and roleplay and lingerie selfies on the post sections? And what about that? Are they gonna listen?
Only one way to find out. We start today. Hit them. Hit them with the report buttons. Spam them till they listen. Because it's gone on far enough for too long, man. Ever since the beginning, when I was here with Goose. We know what's going on. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going till change is made. I'm not gonna give up on it. Just want to let you know, Epal, we're here to help. We are here to help. And everyone here wants to change. We'll gladly help you out. What do you think of Epal today?
It's still hard for a guy there. If you're like not high rank, like exactly what I said before, and it's packed with more trolls than it was last year. That's for sure. I think it was like less toxicity and less trolls last year compared to to how many they are now. Like, I don't know, they just grew around, as the site got more popular. They like just bring new people that are not necessarily looking for someone to play with, just to bully them. And I'm not saying like the most of these people are like bad willing adults, more like kids that want to have fun and think this is fun, this is good to do on people, just so like I think today Epal has gotten like a bit worse than it was like last year in terms of that, if it makes sense.
Total perfect sense, man. Mozart, go hear things about it.
I went to take a look a few days ago, and I've seen like the selfies service industry has been becoming like a huge part of the website now, and it's like becoming essential. They're not even doing anything about it. And like, is this a gaming website? Like, if you're selling selfies, just go on OnlyFans. Like, I don't get it. Also, the simping. Like, if you go on Instant and you see like, I want to simp for someone, anyone want to simp for me, and etc. And a huge amount of it, like a good percentage of the Instant is going to be like that. this was existent like when I left, but the selfies wasn't a thing at the time. But the simping was existent at the time, but it wasn't at the same ratio as now. So it's gotten way, way worse in the simping and the selfies and the NSFW. Like, people ask for NSFW because a lot of other e-girls are offering it. Like, this is a huge part of the problem. So if they're gonna ban NSFW, they need to fix what's already existing, you know? And as well, the ads are even getting worse. Like, they are promoting the simping. Like, oh, here we have queens to simp for. Like, if you look for their ads, like, I will give you a kiss, I will send you my Snapchat if you score this pentakill, you know? I will be your sugar mommy, I will be your sage mommy, and all of this in their ads. It's fucking disgusting.
It's definitely a chain reaction going on, and we need to cut that chain. I just don't understand this simping. If that's their thing, fucking do it somewhere else.
Definitely, there's a lot of stuff going on lately. I don't see people as the same I used to see it like 1 year ago. And I know we're not the only ones complaining about it. I know officials can see the forum suggestions around official English Discord server, where there's a lot of people complaining about all the issues that are going on. Personally, I like being on Epal. I want to keep being on Epal, but you know.
We're all here to make that change. One day we're gonna fucking get all these fucking assholes off the fucking site, and we're gonna be happy. One day it will
I just
happen.
have one question. What if Epal doesn't want to fix itself? Because look at their ads. They are attracting these people. They're attracting these types of people.
I mean, the way I feel about that statement is, I feel she's right. I feel so. The way Epal made this website, it's a freelance website, so therefore some people, they can do things and get around it. Like, you can post links on your profiles that can lead these people to OnlyFans and such and other stuff. So a lot of the times people need to stop pointing fingers at Epal and just realize that these guys who are, going around doing these things, that's a part of the game. That's a part of what all of this is. So instead of trying to find out who's gonna do something, instead of waiting for someone to do something, you gotta do it yourself.
Yeah, I think they're not against it, honestly. I think, like, it's a part of it now. Because they are promoting, like, they are attracting this type of people.
It's understandable, but we'll spread their awareness. We'll continue to spread their awareness. I feel like that's the most we can do at this moment till we do grow into a huge community. Talking about thousands. Maybe something can happen. Who knows what the future has for us. So what kind of changes do you think Epal can make to have you guys come back?
I would like everyone to have like just one single account, so they will put like an identification stuff, like, I don't know how to say, like two-factor authentication,
The store rating, the Epal rating system.
Yep.
That's not that accurate as Mozart said before. Like, it's hard to get exposure. Honestly, even if you're like an old Epal, it's hard for us to get the exposure we want to.
Well, this is something. Phone verification is definitely something that needs to be done. People from making multiple accounts, like that guy who has thousands of accounts.
I think something else that needs to be fixed is a banning system / discriminatory actions. I don't think that they do it enough, in my personal opinion.
I think they should start, like, from the beginning, like from the roots, fixing their ads. Like, they shouldn't promote like Sage Mommy, Yogo Daddy shit like in gameplay. This attracts like these kind
Good
of people.
point.
Like, and I will be your girlfriend if you score 5 kills. Like, they need to stop this shit. Like, you need to knock it off. They also need to ban like words. Like, it's automatically bannable if you boast something about being a simp, or boast something about wanting someone to simp for you, or because like offering this, even if it's in NSFW, apparently it's of course in NSFW, and they need to pay more attention to their post section. I have already talked about this with James, because I was scrolling down the post section and I found a photo of a dick, uncensored. Like, just a dick just laying in the post section. They need to hire more people in moderation overall. And they know you need to stop the discrimination they have against like big clients, big e-ballers. Everyone should be treated the same, and thus everyone will obey the rules. Because if they think they're immune, they will continue doing the same thing, and people will think that it's normal to do the same thing because, oh, if she is doing it, then I can do it. If he is doing it, then I can ask for the same thing. So yeah, they need to be more strict because allowing people it enables other people to do it as well. In the first place, even if other people's not doing the same, you should not allow this in the first place.
As I said before, they have to see the suggestion forum, their official Discord. If it's there, it's because you're gonna read it and make a change. We want harassers, scammers, and all disgusting people away from people. And I know it's not easy, but I feel that they don't even care at all. I reported harassers with clear proof, and they respond the ticket saying that, yeah, we take action. But when I look for account, it's not banned. So what did they do? Because it's not banned. Also, there's a lot of girls uploading photos of their ties, cleavage, and leggings, etc. Like, isn't this against HIPAA rules? Again, because of this is that we have all of these disgusting people asking for new safe for work, creating people that doesn't do the same.
We have to push until they actually get the point. Hey, look, put some security up, do something, spread their awareness to everyone. Watch out for this asshole, watch out for that asshole. That was Hearts of the Neversoft community. Put these guys on blast on our server. So that way it will take away all these assholes' powers. Everyone's going to be aware of who they are, who they really are. All of them. All these fucking assholes.
See, so with it being a freelance website, really what some people, and a lot of people actually, in my opinion, aren't understanding or seeing is that you can use this website as a catalyst. You don't need to use this website to create your community on Epal itself. Like how we just did. Imagine Aria had her own Discord server and she had a bunch of her loyal customers that never gave her no issues on there, and she used that Discord server as her source of income, and all they did was just use Epal like a credit card. Okay, in order to work with Aria or to, just go to Epal, pay, and then we come back to the Discord server and then we do our thing. So essentially everyone else can do that same thing too, or you can just collab. Like this big Epal server that we have, Team Always Hard Never Soft, we have all these people, and we also have people who are loyal customers, and you can just use stuff like this to create those safe spots that everyone wants. People need to stop using Epal as the main source of like, oh, this is the platform that we use to communicate. No, put yourself out there, filter out all the people that you want, and then bring in the people that you want and bring them to a place like your own Discord server, and you can do it like that. And you can even collab, like say, Bopple was Bopple is really popular actually. I'm Bopple's biggest fan. But let's say I wanted to become an Epaler and Bopple could help me out. And I could do collabs with him and he can help me get customers. This is why Epal isn't going to really change. And this is why Epal isn't really doing anything, because the keyword is freelance. Therefore, you can do anything you want. Whatever you want to advertise. Because imagine if there was like 4 or 5 other communities just like Team Always Hard Never Soft, and then us 5 communities or however much we collabed every now and then together. We would literally create our own little system that way. But because for some reason people like to use Epal so much and that's where you communicate, that's where you do all the things, that's what messes everything up. And yeah, I think the whole underage, like under 18 thing, yeah, I think that should change, but I don't see how Epal could actually circumvent that or catch that on the fly. The whole phone verification, I feel that would work in a perfect world, but you gotta realize Epal's a business site. Push the phone verification and all that to them, they might see it as, oh, we might lose clients that way. We might lose potential people who could do great for us, So it's one of those where, yeah, it could work, but would they do it? I don't know. Use Epal. Use it. They don't want to change or do something, to make it a safer place, or it just brings in all of these bad people because of their ads and whatnot. Then cool, it's a freelance website. Go ahead and change it yourself. And I'm not saying to change the website itself, just bring people in, just like how Ricky did. Hey, I have this server. If you deem that, hey, this customer's cool, by all means, okay, hey, I'm gonna invite you to this server and da 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 da. And whenever you want to play with me, whatever, go to Epal, let me know, and I'll be on here. Got you. Create your own little community or your own system outside of it, and just use Epal as that catalyst to get yourself out there. Shit, you guys know who the Paul brothers are? Like Logan Paul, Jake Paul, and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they started off using things as catalysts too, like Facebook and Twitter, and after a while they ended up creating their own things like Prime Energy Drink. They just used those platforms as a catalyst, and they created what they want outside of that platform. And then everyone creates their own little community that just uses Epal as its own catalyst. And I'm just saying, disclaimer, maybe at one point you might not need Epal. Epal, don't sue me, I still love you.
Sorry, Frank. Sorry, AZ.
No, that's my boys. I love them. I don't know if you guys seen pictures of Brian, but he looks like he belongs in BTS.
So why don't we all use Epal as a source?
You know why? Why can't we all win?
Hmm.
Why not have everyone think? Everyone has a valid idea. Imagine inventions were brought together by multiple people. Why can't the same be about this?
But we still have to go through a lot of bad people to find good people.
I mean, doesn't every great story though? Everyone in here, I think y'all are awesome. Y'all definitely put yourself out there. Granted, you're not doing Epal anymore, but you at least put yourself in a position where you have to put yourself out there, and not everyone can do that. It's looked down upon in some places. It's looked. Why would you pay someone to play video games with or whatsoever? Hey, it's a new day and age. And that being said, someone in our community, what I mean by someone in the community, the vice president Daiquiri, she came up with this idea that I very much approved of and liked, and she gave me the honor of presenting this, and I told her that I think we should wait till Ricky does like a stream or a podcast and all that stuff, and I think we can all agree Ricky's a great guy. He's done a lot of good, whether it be small or a lot in your guys' life. Whenever you guys think of Ricky, it's always positive. So with that being said, attention to orders. It's officially posted now in the Wall of Honor. Attention to orders. As an administrator of Team Always Hard Never Soft, I hereby, with the help of Vice President Daiquiri, would like to award CEO and founder Sinner the Heart of a Champion Award.
Nah.
Ricky's determination and willingness to stand by and dedicate himself to his cause of making the world a safer place. And when I mean world, I mean, it's not just online. He may want to try and get all these online bullies, but these can also be correlated to real life by putting himself out there and going out of his comfort zone. Because for a lot of you guys who don't know, Ricky back in the day, he was very, very, very shy person. That's another talk. But yeah, this is way out of his comfort zone. And like I said, he's made an impact on everyone he meets, whether online, a qualified leader amongst leaders. But he also has been pushing others. Ricky doesn't lead from the front or the back or the sides. He leads from where he is needed. So from one veteran to another, I salute you, for you have demonstrated and made the warrior ethos proud. You have always put the mission first. You have never accepted defeat. You have never quit, and leaving a fallen comrade was never an option. To my brother from your brother, I always knew you were capable of great things, and I have always known who you really were. By doing all of this stuff, losing weight and gaining better perspective in life. One, you finally listened to me. Now you can see what I've been seeing this entire time. I don't think you've changed at all. Ricky, you just finally seen what, as your brother, basically all this time, I have been seeing this whole time, which is the man, the veteran, the warrior, my brother. Definitely well deserved, and I think it should have been done a lot sooner, but a lot of this goes out to the VP, so I would like to give her the Heart of a Champion reward and post it on there, because she does a lot. She does a lot of admin things behind the scenes that you guys don't see. She's helped organize many of our events in this community, not just this server, in this community. She's done a lot, even though she has 2 jobs, and I believe they're full-time jobs, but regardless, she got 2 jobs. And she still has time to do a lot on here. She keeps me up to date, and me, I only got 1 job, but she keeps me up to date with stuff. But yeah, I'd like to nominate for her to also get that, because I didn't think about getting this. I thought it was a great idea. And, I think credit should always go where it's deserved, but we'll talk more about that later.
Well deserved.
Thank you for always being there for me. I know a lot of people would Give up on me. All that shit I've been through, and you never gave up on me.
Aria, close the kitchen. The onions.
Fuck you.
Smell it,
Fuck
Aria.
you. If I could help just one fucking person, the way you helped me, man, it'll be all worth it. It's a chain reaction. You help somebody, help them out too. Vice President Daiquiri, you do deserve the credit. But I was watching my back too. I know times were hard. I just want to thank you for your hard work and sticking with me throughout the times. Daiquiri, not just Goose. Everyone in here in this community that's providing a positive experience to
Aw.
everyone out there. Adia, Bobble, Izzy, Mozart, I just met you. You've done a great job by actually speaking out. I would love for you to be a part of this community.
It's my honor.
Alright, so, Mozart, Izzy, Adia, Bobble, Goose. Appreciate you for taking the time to co-host for this podcast. And, everyone here, I was hard, never soft community. This is where it's at. We provide help for everyone. We're all helping each other out. We all have a good time playing video games. If anybody is interested in joining a community, hey man, if you're a good person, welcome in. If you're an asshole, well, you can refer to rule number 10 and that's fuck around and find out. This podcast has been brought to you by our sponsors, Digital Dynasty. They're a local clothing line and a gaming team from Hawaii, as well as She Builds 2, a local carpentry company that creates and delivers quality local made wooden art. We are also the official sponsors of former X1 World Bantamweight Champion Rodney Mondala, also known as Arm $1 in our community, and his brother, Ryan Mondala, Coconut. Super Mondala brothers, both are professional MMA fighters fighting out of Hawaii. Out of our hometown, we knew him ever since we were kids. Official sponsor of a Black Widow. She's a Latin American North Masterclass League of Legends professional esports player from Colombia, and she's currently playing in the equivalent of the LCS and League of Legends in her country. And Adia, a very passionate cosplayer from Honduras who has completed over 70 plus cosplays and won 15 plus of them with her amazing cosplay. Check out all of their links in the description below to show some love. Thank you for listening to our podcast. I was hard, never soft, and we're signing off.